Myself, Abhinav Maruti Whittaker, studying in Sindafana Public School in class 7th. So, as we all know, on 14th of July 2022, 23, the Chandrayaan 3 is going to be launched from Sriharikota SDSC, Satish Dhawan Space Science Center. So, I am here to tell you information about Chandrayaan 3 and why it is important for us, for whole world, why it is important. I will speak in three topics. First is about Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, and then afterwards again of Chandrayaan 3. So this is the model of Chandrayaan 3, means how that lander is going to land. This is the lander of the Chandrayaan 3, and this is the rover which is going to work on the surface of the moon, and which is going to walk on the surface of the moon, and it will work on it. So let's start. Let's start from the Chandrayaan 1. This was the first step of the ISRO's mission. It was the first step of ISRO in its moon mission. Atal Bihari Vajpayee in 2000 saw a dream that ISRO should go to the moon by sending a satellite to the moon, and we did it on 22 October 2008. The Chandrayaan 1 was launched from Sriharikota using the launch vehicle called PSLV C11. The meaning of PSLV is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. It is capable for launching the satellites which are sent to the polar orbits, which are lightweight satellites. So we could launch them using PSLV. Now it reached in the orbit of the moon on 8 November 2008, and when it reached, it started to send us images, data, and everything. It started to send to us. On 14th of November 2008, there is one moon impact probe that was given in the Chandrayaan 1, and it was sent down on the surface of the moon, and that impact which means that was thrown out on the surface of the moon, and it was going to be impacted, and in that impact some soil particles, some rock particles were going to rise up, and in that we were going to study about that. And when that impacted on the surface of the moon, then we studied about that there is the water on the surface of the moon. On the south pole of the moon, there is water. We found using that moon impact probe. And in 2008 only, the Indian flag of India, the Indian flag was on the surface of the moon. Now let's go to Chandrayaan 2. Now Chandrayaan 2 was a little bit unsuccessful, we could say that, but it was 98% successful, but just 2% unsuccessful it was. Now what was in the Chandrayaan 2? There were three parts. First was orbiter, lander, and rover. In the Chandrayaan 3, there is just means there are also, instead of orbiter, there is propulsion module. Like this lander and rover. The Vikram lander was there. The lander's name was Vikram. It was named after Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai, who was the father of Indian space program, and the rover Pragyan. In the Sanskrit, it means knowledge about everything. So that Pragyan rover was also was sent. It reached means it traveled 3,84,000 kilometers, but by just 2.1 kilometer when it was above the surface of the moon. That time its connection lost with the ISRO center, and due to some software glitch, it was unsuccessful. But the failures make us to teach good things, and so we have to learn from the failures. For that, ISRO is going to organize on 14 July the launch of on 2:35 p.m. the launch of Chandrayaan 3 using the rocket LVMV Module 3, Module 4, Mission 4. Now, why it is important? Because whole world is going to see that Chandrayaan 3 is going on the surface of the moon. So why it is important? Why the ISRO is using this much budget to go on this? This is very reliable budget for other countries like NASA, then other space agencies. It is very reliable. But for ISRO, it's very big budget. So why it is? We have means in important of Chandrayaan 3 is that it can lead us to human settlement on the surface of the moon. Because now we all know there are many problems on the earth for us living on us. There is pollution, and there can be outer extraterrestrial problems. There could be some asteroid can hit, solar storms, and due to that we could not live on the surface of the earth. So we have to find a second option, and we have to go on any another planet or any another moon, or else we can say to go there and live there. So for that it is very important that we should go on nearby, and it could lead us to next. If we settle on the surface of the moon, we could start settling on the surface of the Mars also, and then when we settle on the surface of Mars, we could extend humanity there also. So it is very important. And why? Means this is going to on the South Pole. Means just three countries had gone on the surface of the moon. They are Russia, America, and China. And India is going to be fourth one to go on the surface of the moon. And why South Pole is chosen? South Pole is chosen because uh, on the surface of the moon, mainly there is not much light, we could say. Only on the sun is only on the horizon, and due to that we have to miss sunlight is on the horizon, and it will go like this. And if it will go like this, we have to need some extra sensors for the solar panels, uh, and that and we have found the water on the surface of the South Pole only, no, and no country has research about the South Pole going on the surface of it. So this will make India first country to go on the surface of on the South Pole of the moon and reach there, and create a history for the India. I think you should all be happy for that. We are the Indians, and ISRO is going to launch this. So I ask you to watch this live from in the news everywhere. It is going to be there. So thank you.